Dear friends, this is Mangla Pratap and Muralidharan speaking from India. I'm going to talk about the importance of talent development. Every company today relies on talent development. Almost every institution today, whether it is a school, college, or even a nursery school, we all talk about talent acceleration or talent development or skill development. But how do we nourish talent development programs? How do we encourage students to participate in these programs to enrich their skills and become highly talented over a period of time? This is a very simple and easy process if they have enthusiasm and interest. For every talent development program, there must be a skilled and experienced person with a lot of expertise in that particular area of talent development. For example, if you're going to talk to students about listening is a great leadership skill. Most of us try to really improve our listening by listening to our own grandparents narrating stories in the olden days. The grandparents played a very important role in giving them folk tales and sometimes narrating mythologies or legends, etc. So in a way, they created the sparks of imagination in the minds of children, and children learned to think creatively with the help of those narratives. That's an informal training rendered to children to think out of box. Is that happening today? It is not at all happening, because most of the children today are unaware of this great tradition of storytelling. Instead, children prefer to listen to various types of stories available through animation movies. So animations happen to render stories which are most to do with the visual orientation. So visual intelligence works only for them. In a way, they try to believe whatever they watch. I remember the great quote of Marshall McLuhan, "Seeing is believing." There's a book written by him, "Seeing is believing." Whatever you see, you tend to believe it. So your visual intelligence has to be activated. In a way, you will have to understand what to believe and what not to believe. These two things you will have to understand. How would you do it? It is possible only when children have some idea about what the media is all about. So in a way, talent development has to be programmed by understanding the micro-learning activities of children. So I would say, if you're going to create a talented singer, you'll have to think of singing as a series of 10 different coaching programs which would enable them to undergo a micro-learning phase. At least you will have, say, 10 different micro-learning phases. So then at the end of which they become highly talented singers. So micro-learning activities should be part of our curriculum in schools or even in our talent development coaching institutions. If we do not have that, what would happen? Even in college level or the university level, I think micro-learning has got a greater focus to be given. People do not really worry about the larger rubric. Instead, they will have to work on easily achievable tasks which could be realized at the end of the day. In other words, every 3 hours they have to really actualize that particular goal, but for which the greatest barrier that they face is micro-inequities. What are micro-inequities? Micro-inequities are the inherent biases in the system. There could be gender disparity or racial disparity or religious disparity, or all sorts of biases inherent in the system create this challenge of skill development or talent development. So I request you to work on talent development by coming up with micro skill mapping, number 1, micro learning activity, number 2, and micro assessment or micro testing to evaluate what the learner has learned. Thank you very much. I wish you can get to know more about me by visiting me at www.manglaprataban.com. That is MANGALAPRATHABAN.com. Wish you all success. Have a great day. Bye-bye.